back to my channel. So this video is about electric field intensity. This is the next topic after Coulomb's law. Okay, so what is meant by this electric field intensity? So the by name itself you can understand, like the intensity means its range, okay, its capacity. So electric field's capacity, till how much range the electric field is there, that we will find in this derivation. Alright, so see, we have already seen about the vector force between 2 point charges, right? The Coulomb's law, Q1 and Q2. How the force of attraction is there between any two charges is known by Coulomb's law, right? Now, in this Coulomb's law, we have known the derivation of forces, like the formula of forces. If you take 2 points, 1 and 2, the force between these two can be written as Q1, Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R12 square into U12, right? U12 is the unit vector and R12 is the distance between those two charges, Q1 and Q2. Okay. So here we will see if Q1 is fixed charge. We will consider Q1 is a fixed charge. Alright. Q1 is fixed and Q2 is at a different position. That means if you can move this position randomly. It is like moved at different positions. Okay, at different positions. So what it means is, suppose if Q1 charge is over here, okay, this is fixed. This Q2 charge, it is movable. That means you can move this charge here. That means you can move this at some distance. Okay, so anywhere you can move this. Okay, so this change, okay, this force of attraction of this, if it is at this point, the force of attraction between these two charges, okay, that is what we will see in this electric field intensity. That means if the distance is less between these two charges, distance is given by r, right? If this distance is less, that means the force of attraction will be more. As the distance r value increases, that means somewhere over here Q2 is present, that means the force of attraction of Q2 towards Q1 is very less. Okay, so this field around which that force of attraction is present with Q1, the field around this, its intensity, so that is called as electric field intensity. Around this area, this is called as field, till where the force can be attracted. So that whole area is field, and the intensity with which the force of attraction is present between those two charges is called as electric field intensity. I think this is clear, right? The maximum distance this charge will have its force towards another charge, maximum distance is called as the electric field intensity. Its maximum intensity to create an electric field, okay, around those two charges is called electric field intensity. That is what we are learning over here. So see, Q1 is fixed and Q2 is at it is moved at different positions around Q1. So if every one of these positions, Q2 will experience a force with Q1, right? So from this we can understand, like the lesser the distance, the more the force of attraction will be more. The greater the distance, the force of attraction will be less. Okay, so now we will derive this expression. Now we have Q1 charge is fixed, right? Is fixed. Next we will take Q2, it is replaced by small test charge. We will consider it as test charge. Okay, we are testing this with Q1, right? That's why consider this as test charge and write it as QT. Okay, now we will see the force on QT, this Q2. Okay, QT, the test charge, it is nothing but F1T. There we wrote, if it is 2, we'll write F12, right? Here similarly F1T is Q1 QT, the Coulomb's law equation, 4 pi epsilon naught R1T square into U1T, like we already did. Just we are changing in the place of 2, we are replacing it with T. Okay, you can also rewrite this. If you take the test charge QT towards the force, it will be F1T divided by QT, okay, is equal to Q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught R1T square into u1t. Alright, this F1t by qt, so this is called as the force exerted by the charge q1. This is force exerted by charge q1 and the distance is given by with distance is r1t. Okay, so now this is called as electric field intensity and it is denoted by E. You can just simply write this as E also. Okay, so this can be written as E. Okay, force by charge, that also you can say electric field intensity. So E is electric field intensity. Okay, this is called electric field intensity. I think this is clear. So you can write it as E is equal to F1t divided by QT. Okay, so F1t we got as Q1 by 4 pi epsilon naught R1t square into U1t. That is nothing but this one. Okay, so in general replacing generally you will write the formula like replacing q1 by q and just by q and r1t by r. Okay, then we have from this equation E is q by, this is became q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into u1t became ur. Okay, so that's it. So this is called as electric field intensity. Electric field intensity derivation. Electric field intensity. Alright, I think this is clear. So this units are Newton by Coulomb. Okay, it can also be written as volts by meter also. Okay, so I think this is clear. If there is one, if there are any two charges, okay, Q1 is fixed and Q2 is replaceable. So if any place you can change this, the range till which the force of attraction is present between these two charges, that range is called as field, and that intensity till where they both hold that force is called as electric field intensity. Or in simple language you can say by it is force by F by Q also you can say. This is what we have learned from the beginning, from our childhood in physics and all. Force by charge is called as electric field intensity. Okay, you can also say that electric field intensity is at any point in an electric field may be defined as the force which a unit positive charge, that means the charge Q1 what I said, right, that point charge placed at that point, any point at movable point Q2, right, and point would experience. That is called as electric field intensity. Okay, that is nothing but force per unit charge. I think this is clear, right? Electric field intensity, this is one of the little important derivation in this Coulomb's law field intensity chapter. So the next chapters will be seeing, next topics will be seeing different kinds of problems and how to write it in vector notation and all we will see in the next upcoming videos. Okay, I think this is clear. I hope you people understood this, and if there is any point where you couldn't understand, please let me know in the comment section so that I'll again make a video if you people don't understand this. Okay, I think this is clear. Thank you.